Adam successfully wooed Chelsea back into his bed, but right before the sparks flew, the young and restless bad boy made a move that hinted at exactly how it would all fall apart. His own worst enemy indeed. It didn't take long for Adam to convince Chelsea to give their relationship another shot. Once she moved in with him at the ranch for Connor's sake, it only took some banter over a bag of chips and an impressive home-cooked meal to earn him a kiss. Chelsea reciprocated in kind, not only delighting her ex with her culinary skills, but also baking him a cake in a do-over of a failed attempt many years ago. Minutes later, they were licking frosting off of each other in a bedroom after one asked the other, "Your wing or mine?" With plans to spend the night romping in bed whilst Connor games at the main house with Johnny, the deal appeared to be sealed on a Chatham reunion. Too bad we already see the writing on the wall for their first conflict. Right before Chelsea entered the parlor to alert Adam to the fact that she cooked dinner for him, Victor's son was on the phone holding a terse call, presumably with an employee at Newman Media. He argued with the person on the other end of the line about running a burn piece on, who else? Billy Abbott. When the staff member balked at publishing a story with no source or facts, Adam snapped at them to make it an op-ed then, as long as it declared that Abbott's new media company was destined to crash and burn. It appeared that Chelsea heard the tail end of the conversation when she mentioned payback, and Adam certainly looked freaked out thinking she'd caught him, but it soon became clear that she was none the wiser. If she had overheard, the evening might have taken an entirely different turn than it did. Why? Billy, of course, is her ex-boyfriend, and Adam is targeting him. Once it comes to light, it's not going to be a good look for Adam, who has rebuilt his relationship with Chelsea on the basis of being a changed man. She won't take kindly to him doing a hit piece on Billy's new business given her ongoing guilt about the cheating, and considering how uncertain she was about believing Adam had turned over a new leaf, she's bound to question everything. She may even decide to cut and run. The revelation of Adam targeting Billy will either end their reunion or leave Chatham on very shaky ground indeed, especially if it escalates even further before she finds out what he's up to. At that point, even if Billy returns fire, Chelsea will blame Adam for starting the whole mess. Do you think Adam and Chelsea can weather the brewing business battle? Vote! Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Pulse Canvas. It's me, Julie, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching. So let's dive into today's video. The young and the restless spoilers and updates question, where is Abby Winters? Fans are wondering because she hasn't been seen for weeks. The last time we encountered Abby was when Ian Ward confronted Tessa Porter at Society, prompting Abby to unleash her fury on the antagonist. Meanwhile, her husband, Devin Winters, has been featured more prominently as the storyline involving Nate Hastings and his newfound brother, Damian Kane, unfolds. Yet, Abby has seemingly vanished from the scene, and her absence appears to be overlooked. So, what's the story with Abby? Why does she seem to be missing in action? Let's delve into what we know. The straightforward explanation for Abby's absence is that Melissa Ordway was removed from her contract last year. She is now on a recurring status, which means fans will see less of Abby and the actress. However, this doesn't imply that Y and our viewers will no longer see Abby, or that Melissa has left the series. In fact, Melissa revealed last fall that the change in her status on the CBS soap was not her decision. The encouraging news for Abby's supporters is that she will be making a return to the show soon. Melissa recently posted on Instagram, announcing her return to filming. Her caption read, "Abby's back in Genoa City for a couple episodes with her Newman and Winters families, a young and restless." According to Melissa's Instagram updates, Abby will be seen alongside Devin, Victor Newman, and Michael Baldwin. As for Abby's return, it's just around the corner. The CBS soap typically films 4 to 6 weeks ahead. Since Melissa posted at the end of February, fans can expect Abby to reappear in Genoa City by late March or early April. Meanwhile, Melissa is relishing life with her husband, Justin Gaston, and their 2 daughters in Nashville, where they are truly thriving. Rest assured, Melissa hasn't stepped away from acting. She's actively pursuing new opportunities. Recently, she announced her role in the TV series Blue Ridge. One thing is certain, Melissa loves returning to the CBS show and her Y&R family. Are you missing Abby on Y&R? Being on a recurring status instead of contract has its advantages for an actor. This means they can step away to work on other projects. It also means she has more time with her family and to be a mom to her and her husband's 2 young girls. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with Y&R right now. Come back here often for the young and the restless spoilers, news, and updates. You'd best proceed with caution into Soaps.com's latest young and restless spoilers for Monday, March 24, through Friday, March 28. Not only is what should have been the happiest time in Tracy's life turning into a nightmare of epic proportions, but Sally is going out on a limb for Billy. Devin receives worrisome news, and Victor. Well, come on, it's Victor. If he's not hatching a plot, he's executing it. See what he's up to now below. Victor sets a trap behind enemy lines. As if he isn't any day and every day getting ready to spring something on Jack and Jabot. Uh-oh, is Sally in for another heartbreak when Billy sets the record straight with current girlfriend? Since Nick comforts Phillies, we can only guess that he's seen our photo gallery of potential new love interests for her and wants to move himself up the list. Y&R soapbox. Tracy discovers the truth about Alan, and Philly's breakdown brings her closer to spoiler. Given the past that we now know Victor has with the enigmatic Aristotle Dumas, the intel that he shares with Lily is sure to be valuable. Sharon and Phillies find themselves in a strange place. Like maybe not wanting to throttle each other for a change. Devin receives troubling news. And right after Lily receives info from Victor. Coincidence? Melody Thomas Scott says a heartfelt farewell to her late leading man. I adored him. Young and restless spoilers for Wednesday, March 26. Nikki and Jack share a difference of opinion. Kyle and Claire break the rules. Though Sharon helps Tracy connect the dots about Alan, is she helping, or potentially putting Tracy in danger? Young and restless spoilers for Thursday, March 27. Tracy voices her concerns with Jack. If we were her, we'd be doing so with a lot of exclamation points. Being the town pariah, Diane knows a thing or two about wearing her game face. So she ought to succeed brilliantly when she tries to keep up appearances. Billy shares his latest plan with Phillies. The young and the restless spoilers for Monday, March 10, make it seem like there are more hoops for Sharon and Phillies to jump through if they want to get free, or find out why they were kidnapped in the first place. Sharon and Phillies are locked up together. They've yelled at each other, they've threatened each other, they've accused each other of being horrible mothers. All true. The one thing they haven't done is figure out why they're being held prisoner, or what they need to do to earn their freedom. So far, the creepy voice hasn't exactly been helpful. But now it looks like they're ready to make some demands, or requests. In any case, Sharon and Phillies are about to get some information, but there is no guarantee they'll like it. Nicholas and Billy have plenty of reasons to dislike each other. There's Sharon, there's Phillies, there's Victoria. There's also the fact that Billy keeps tilting at windmills, wanting to bring down Nick's daddy. Not that Nick thinks his daddy is great, not that Billy has any chance of defeating Victor. But still, it makes for awkward small talk. On the other hand, Billy is about to go into business with Phillies, and he can't find her. Nick shares a daughter with Phillies, and he can't find her, or Sharon for that matter. So, the two reluctantly join forces. Audra claimed she told Nate everything about her past with Holden. She admitted to Sally that she may have held a few things back. Now, she is backpedaling as hard as possible to cover her tracks. But will Holden play along? In a heartbreaking and courageous revelation, legendary the young and the restless star Eric Braeden, best known for his iconic role as Victor Newman, is facing the toughest battle of his life, final stage bladder cancer. Fans around the world are rallying behind the beloved actor as he bravely takes on this devastating diagnosis with the same strength and resilience that made him a soap opera legend. For decades, Eric Braeden has captivated audiences with his commanding presence, portraying the ruthless yet complex Victor Newman. But behind the scenes, the 82-year-old star has been silently fighting a personal war, one that has now reached its most critical stage. Sources close to the actor reveal that his condition has worsened, and he is now battling the final stage of bladder cancer. Despite the grim prognosis, Braeden remains a fighter. His determination to push forward mirrors the fierce spirit of his on-screen alter ego. "I'm not giving up," he reportedly told close friends. "This is just another challenge, and I intend to face it head-on." Braeden's career has spanned decades, making him one of the most recognizable faces in daytime television. His portrayal of Victor Newman has become legendary, earning him a Daytime Emmy Award and a permanent place in the hearts of fans worldwide. His on-screen feuds, romantic entanglements, and business battles have defined the young and the restless for over 40 years. Now, as he faces this personal battle, fans are left wondering, what does this mean for the future of Victor Newman? Could Genoa City be preparing to say goodbye to its most formidable powerhouse? The news of Braeden's health struggle has sent shockwaves through the soap opera world. Co-stars, past and present, have been reaching out with messages of love and support. Longtime castmate Melody Thomas Scott shared an emotional tribute, calling Braeden the heart and soul of the show. Fans, too, have flooded social media with messages of encouragement, vowing to stand by him in his fight. "Victor Newman never backs down, and neither will Eric," one fan posted. Another wrote, "We love you, Eric. You've given us decades of amazing performances. Now it's our turn to support you." While the road ahead is uncertain, one thing remains clear: Eric Braeden is not going down without a fight. Sources say he is undergoing treatments and doing everything in his power to continue working as long as he can. "I love what I do," he previously shared. "As long as I have the strength, I will keep going." Will Victor Newman's final chapter mirror Braeden's real-life battle, or will the beloved actor defy the odds once again? One thing is certain: Eric Braeden's legacy is unshakable, and his fight is inspiring millions. Stay tuned as we continue to follow this emotional and powerful journey. Would you like any adjustments, or do you want it to be even more dramatic? Welcome to the latest scoop from the Young and Restless Gossip Channel. Whether you're sipping coffee at Crimson Lights or lounging at the Abbott Estate, today's update is packed with twists, heartfelt moments, and a dash of romance. Let's dive into the whirlwind of emotions shaking up Genoa City. At Crimson Lights, Sharon serves Nick a scone and tea, playfully hinting at a trip to London to visit their son Noah with Faith. Nick sees through the bribe, but despite the tempting offer, he declines. Work at Newman Enterprises is his excuse, though Sharon argues he could manage remotely. Nick insists it's not about work. She needs this time with her kids to heal after recent turmoil. He even suggests she convince Mariah to join, jokingly asking her to say hi to the king for him. Sharon, however, longs for Nick to come along, admitting it won't feel the same without him. Their conversation takes a tender turn as Nick asks, "Do you ever think about us?" Caught off guard, Sharon admits she's felt lonely and misses their past when it was good. Nick confesses he's thought about rekindling things too, but their painful history holds him back. "We're in a great place now," he says, promising to always be there for her. The unspoken sparks linger as they part ways. Meanwhile, Tracy's head is spinning with new revelations about Alan, who's eager to whisk her away to Paris, the most romantic city in the world, she insists. Jack and Diane, however, find the plan impulsive and rushed. Jack's unease grows when Tracy reveals Alan's dealing with a possible security breach, believing he's been hacked. "Where is he anyway?" Jack asks, frowning. Tracy assures him Alan's handling it, and Jack softens, offering to talk to him. The siblings share a heartfelt moment as Tracy asks Jack to walk her down the aisle at her upcoming wedding. Tears well up in Jack's eyes as he recalls giving her away at her marriage to Brad. "It would be my honor," he says, reminiscing about their late friend Dawn, who Tracy says reminds her of Jack every day. Kyle interrupts the nostalgia, reporting that Phyllis and Sharon are safely back home after their ordeal in captivity. Tracy hopes the culprit is caught soon, while Kyle notices her ring, teasing. "When's the big day?" Tracy laughs, promising a short engagement and no eloping. The Abbotts will all be there. Sparks are flying elsewhere as Chelsea surprises Adam with a romantic dinner at the old ranch. Adam, fresh off a work call about Billy's doomed business ventures, initially thinks he's in trouble. "This is payback," Chelsea teases, revealing a home-cooked meal that brings them closer. Over dinner, they muse about second chances at love, inspired by an older couple Adam saw holding hands. "I hope it doesn't take us that long to get it right," Chelsea says. Adam's not worried, as long as they get there. The mood lightens as they enjoy quiche Lorraine, a dish Chelsea refuses to share the recipe for, insisting romance needs mystery. Later, dessert, a homemade cake, sparks playful banter. Adam smears frosting on her nose, and soon they're laughing, kissing, and tumbling into the bedroom. "I'm ready to make happy memories," Chelsea whispers as they make love. Afterward, they plan breakfast together, savoring the night ahead. Kyle's update about Phyllis and Sharon's return brings relief to the Abbott clan. Held captive together, the two are physically fine, though Tracy demands justice for the monster responsible. Jack breathes easier knowing they're safe, but questions linger. Did Phyllis fake it? Kyle shrugs it off, focusing instead on Tracy's engagement news. Back at the club, Kyle probes Tracy about Alan's hacked phone, connecting the dots to Sharon and Phyllis's ordeal. Could Alan's story tie into this mystery? Genoa City is buzzing with secrets, and the truth is just out of reach, for now. What's next? Will Sharon heal in London without Nick? Can Tracy and Alan's whirlwind romance survive Jack's doubts? And are Adam and Chelsea finally on the path to getting it right? Stay tuned for more drama, romance, and revelations. Don't forget to subscribe and give this update a thumbs up. Until next time, keep the gossip brewing. For years, fans of the young and the restless have debated one burning question: who truly holds Kyle's heart, Summer or Claire? Just as the rivalry between the two reached its peak, an unexpected twist threatened to change everything: the return of Lola, Kyle's former wife. Once the woman who captivated Kyle with her grace and loyalty, Lola had left Genoa City, unable to endure its endless drama. But now, drawn back by memories and unfinished emotions, her return sent shockwaves through the community. Many believed she could reclaim Kyle's heart, her presence reigniting old feelings he thought were buried. Kyle found himself torn between his past and present. Memories of his love with Lola resurfaced, quiet moments, laughter, unspoken promises, all colliding with his current relationship. But he wasn't the only one affected. Harrison, deeply attached to Summer, became an emotional anchor, pulling Kyle towards stability. Meanwhile, Summer and Claire, once bitter rivals, recognized that Lola's return was a threat neither could face alone. Forced into an uneasy alliance, they sought to secure their place in Kyle's life before it was too late. As tensions rose, Kyle struggled with an impossible decision. His love for Lola had been deep, but it had also been painful. Could he trust in second chances, or was his future meant to be built with someone new? Jack and Diane, ever protective of the Abbott legacy, warned him not to let personal turmoil derail his responsibilities. One stormy evening, lost in thought, Kyle stood at a crossroads, torn between rekindling an old love or embracing the present. Summer's unwavering devotion, Claire's passionate intensity, and Lola's bittersweet return all weighed on his heart. The decision he made would not only define his future, but alter the lives of everyone in Genoa City. As the dust settled, one truth remained: love, loyalty, and redemption were never simple, and in the end, the heart's greatest battle was learning how to move forward. Hold onto your seats, the young and the restless fans. One of the most unexpected comebacks is shaking up Genoa City. In a shocking twist, Lola Rosales is making her grand return, and she's wasting no time turning Kyle Abbott's world upside down. But that's not all. Kyle is about to make a jaw-dropping decision that will leave Summer Newman and Claire Grace reeling. Could this be the ultimate love triangle explosion? Lola Rosales left Genoa City to pursue her culinary dreams, leaving behind a complicated history with Kyle Abbott. Since then, Kyle has been through a roller coaster of relationships, including his failed marriage to Summer Newman and his current entanglement with Claire Grace. Now, out of nowhere, Lola is back. But why? Did she return for business, family, or something far more personal? Could she still have unfinished business with Kyle? Sources hint that Lola's comeback won't be just a quick visit. She's here for a reason, and it could change everything. Just when fans thought Kyle had finally moved on, he drops a bombshell that no one saw coming. Rumors suggest that Kyle, overwhelmed by the chaos in his personal life, makes a ruthless decision, kicking both Summer and Claire out of his life. For months, Kyle has been caught between his complicated feelings for Summer and his growing connection with Claire. But with Lola back in town, everything shifts. Could Kyle still have lingering feelings for his ex-wife? And if so, what does this mean for Summer and Claire? One thing is certain: Summer will not go down without a fight. After everything she's been through with Kyle, being tossed aside like yesterday's news is bound to unleash her fierce side. And as for Claire, she may have just found herself in the middle of a war she never saw coming. Kyle has always struggled with making up his mind when it comes to love, but with Lola's return, his heart might be pulling him in a direction he thought was long forgotten. Could this be a second chance for Kyle and Lola, or is she here to settle unfinished business and walk away for good? Meanwhile, Summer and Claire's forced exits could lead to some serious revenge. Will Summer fight for Kyle, or is this the moment she finally moves on for good? And could Claire have her own tricks up her sleeve? In the high-stakes world of the young and the restless, secrets never stay buried for long, especially when it comes to Victor Newman. The powerful and calculating tycoon has always been a man of mystery, but his deepest, darkest secret is about to surface. Michael Baldwin, known for his sharp intellect and relentless pursuit of truth, is on the brink of uncovering a shocking revelation tied to Victor's hidden past, and it all leads back to a shadowy figure named Aristotle Dumas. Michael's curiosity is piqued when he senses Victor's unusual tension during a conversation. With a probing question about Victor's connection to Dumas, Michael sets off a chain of events that threatens to unravel decades of hidden truths. Although Victor responds cryptically, his guarded words hint at a dangerous and complicated history with Aristotle, a man once thought to be just a business associate but revealed to be much more. Behind closed doors, Victor's relationship with Aristotle was far from simple. What started as a promising alliance quickly devolved into a bitter feud filled with betrayal, manipulation, and violence. Aristotle Dumas, a cunning and ruthless figure in the upper echelons of society, didn't just challenge Victor's business empire. He posed a direct threat to his family and legacy. Their conflict wasn't limited to the boardroom. It became a psychological war, with Aristotle using every trick in the book to undermine Victor's power. As Michael digs deeper, he uncovers a web of lies and betrayals that stretch back to Victor's early days. Aristotle's treachery wasn't just about money or control, it was personal. When Aristotle betrayed Victor in a high-stakes business deal, the fallout ignited a ruthless battle that neither man was willing to lose. The scars of this rivalry still linger, and with new information coming to light, Michael realizes that the danger is far from over. The question now is, how far will Victor go to keep these secrets hidden? And what role does Aristotle still play in the present? As Michael stands at the crossroads, torn between loyalty and truth, the revelation of Victor's lost son's past could shake the Newman Empire to its core. One thing is certain, the battle between Victor and Aristotle is far from over, and the fallout will change everything. Sharon and Phyllis are trapped with no way out except to play the game their captors demanding, and even if they win, they aren't sure what'll happen next. However, it won't be long until Sharon and Phyllis' awful ordeal finally ends. Phyllis and Sharon will eventually score their freedom, so it's time to start thinking about what the future's going to look like. This experience could transform both women, but we want to concentrate on Phyllis for a moment. There are at least 4 ways Phyllis could change after the kidnapping, so let's consider the new path she might head down. 1. Phyllis and Sharon learn to get along. For starters, Phyllis and Sharon might actually learn to get along through the horror they've dealt with together. The game seems designed to help Sharon and Phyllis make peace, so they may take steps toward that in the end. Sharon and Phyllis aren't going to be best buddies, but they may find themselves able to make small talk without launching bitter arguments. Phyllis and Sharon will hopefully learn to respect each other more than they have in the past, so something positive could come out of this mess. 2. Phyllis' vengeful side gets worse. No matter who's behind this kidnapping, you can bet Phyllis will want revenge. Phyllis already had a vengeful side before this nightmare, but it's going to get even worse in the aftermath. Phyllis may make it her mission to ensure the person responsible pays the price, even if the game was perhaps done by someone with peacemaking goals in mind. Sharon and Phyllis have suffered regardless, so Phyllis will want to see their captor's downfall. 3. Phyllis gets serious about her love life. Of course, Phyllis may also get serious about her love life after this reminder that life's short and you have to go after what you want. Shortly before Phyllis was snatched, she had a romantic dream about Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, that left her taken aback. That may have been a hint about the man Phyllis is going to focus on once she's free again. Phyllis may latch onto Billy and deepen their connection once she's actually able to dive into the venture they've planned. 4. Phyllis makes a bigger enemy out of Sally. Phyllis and Sally Spectra were once fierce rivals, but they've dialed things down more recently. Although Phyllis still pushes Sally's buttons and thinks Billy deserves better, Sally's done her best to avoid engaging in too much conflict. That could change if Phyllis emerges from this captivity crisis and flat out starts pursuing Billy. Our why and our predictions hint that Phyllis will try to win Billy back, so that could fully reignite her rivalry with Sally and bring some exciting scenes. The young and the restless spoilers say Phyllis could make updates to her life in the aftermath of her abduction ordeal, so stay tuned for more news on her next chapter. We'll have all the hottest young and the restless spoilers, predictions, updates, and news you need, so make us your go-to why and our source. CBS legend passes away at 62. Why and our hints at another major death as Alan Walters breaks his silence. In a heartbreaking turn of events, a beloved CBS legend has passed away at the age of 62, leaving fans of the young and the restless in shock. As the news spreads, speculation is already mounting about the show's next big loss, with hints of a tragic death shaking Genoa City. Amid the sorrow, Alan Walters, a veteran actor closely tied to the Y and R family, has opened up about the emotional impact of this loss. His heartfelt words reveal the deep bond shared among the cast and the challenges of navigating such a painful reality, both on and off screen. Could this be a sign of an impending, devastating storyline that will forever change the landscape of the young and the restless? Fans are bracing themselves for what's to come, fearing that another cherished character may soon be saying goodbye. Stay tuned for more updates as this heartbreaking story unfolds. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Monday, March 24, include a familiar scene of Victor plotting to destroy everyone who refuses to adore or obey him. It's a long list, but Victor will eventually get to everybody. Just wait. Victor is recovered from his bullet wound. That means it's time to start spreading pain and anguish to all and sundry. He hates Kyle for daring to date Claire without his permission. He hates Billy for starting a business to challenge Victor's. Oh, and for daring to marry Victoria more than once without Victor's permission. He hates Jack for the fact that he once married Nikki and they're still friends. Nikki still turns to Jack with problems she knows Victor will just make worse. Now, it's time to avenge them all with a plan that involves a Trojan horse. Nick reassured Sharon after her horrible kidnapping experience and suggested she go to Europe to visit with Noah and take Faith with her. Now it's his turn to reassure Phyllis. Phyllis also had a horrible kidnapping experience, and hers was much worse than Sharon's because Phyllis was locked up with Sharon, and she is awful. Sharon was locked up with Phyllis, and she's a delight. Nick nods and agrees, mostly because Summer asked him to. Now that Chelsea and Adam have hit the sheets, we're forced to remember that Billy and Sally are a couple too. They remind each other of that fact. They're in love, right, and they are so happy about it.